is lifecycle marketing. Lifecycle marketing is the process of providing your target audience with the kinds of communication and experiences they need, want, or like as they move from prospects to customers and then ideally to brand advocates. When I search for a service online, I may find a Google ad or a blog, or maybe even go to the Google My Business page. When I click on a call to action from these, I may go to a website or a landing page. If we're doing it right, we may have a call to action that will take me then to what I'm looking for. And from there, I should be asked to fill out a form with my information, and the relationship builds from there. I should be on the email list and get valuable information. I may request a tour or another guide or ebook. My actions result in a lead that goes to the sales team. But if we're doing it right, we're meeting the prospect where they are in their journey. Lifecycle marketing requires us to think differently about how we view our lead or prospect as they move through the decision-making process. Let's just talk a bit about each of the stages in the life cycle. You use tools to attract a visitor or subscriber. This may lead to a direct mail piece or a social ad that invites them to an event. You may then also thank them for signing up for attending by sending them an email. In that email, you may have a CTA to educate them more about your community by using a video. During this process, you're qualifying the lead as a market qualified lead. They then attend the event and further sign up for an individual experience. Then this moves them through the next stage. At this stage, you continue to engage with them as a sales qualified lead. They may engage with you by watching videos of your featured homes that fit them, or gain more information about your product through guides and checklists. You will also use your sales enablement tools to work with them on the sale. Then you win the sale. You want to support and delight them. You have an engaging move-in experience, and you're constantly building that ongoing relationship. Attract, engage, win, and delight. All of these require different tactics that over the past few years has changed. Let's learn about the buyer's journey. The buyer's journey describes a buyer's path to purchase. In other words, buyers just don't wake up and decide to buy on a whim. They go through a process to become aware of, consider and evaluate, and decide to purchase a new product or service. The buyer's journey can be broken down into 3 steps or stages that describe how they advance along the path to purchase: the awareness stage, the consideration stage, and the decision stage. Here's how to conceptualize each of the stages. Awareness stage. The buyer becomes aware that they have a problem. The consideration stage. The buyer defines their problem and considers options to solve it. The decision stage. The buyer evaluates and decides on the right provider to administer the solution. Let's talk about this referring to senior living. One of the pain points for prospects in the buyer's journey of senior living is that they can no longer take care of their home, repair the lawn. This is a problem. The buyer is in the awareness stage. They have a problem. The buyer defines the problem by identifying they are aging and they can no longer take care of their home or land. So they begin to consider options. This is the consideration stage. I can get a handyman to come to my house and have lawn care. I can go to a condo that takes care of this with no yard. I can go to a senior living community with a house and a yard, but someone takes care of it. And there's so many more. The buyer takes in all of this information and considers the options. This then moves us to the decision phase. The buyer evaluates all the options and makes a decision. What I want to mention here is that when choosing senior living options, There can be so many pain points that we can address as providers. It's important to identify why our customers choose to move to senior living and address this in our digital marketing and traditional marketing programs. Some examples are, I can no longer drive, I'm lonely, I need a handicap-accessible home, I no longer cook. I suggest you ask your current residents living in your campus why they made the move and compile that list. Then address this in all of your marketing materials. This leads us to the fundamentals you need to consider in a marketing plan. So let's identify the fundamentals of this marketing plan. Business summary, business initiatives, target market, market strategy, marketing channels, and marketing technology. Let's do a quick overview of each of these. The business summary is about your company, the type of company, how it's positioned, who are your marketing leaders in the organization, and what is their experience and expertise. Business initiatives notes the company's goals and how you will help to achieve this. For example, Senior Living 101 has the ambitious goal of growing awareness in the region. To help the business to do that, our marketing team will pursue the following initiatives in 2025. You can list initiatives that will help to achieve each of these goals. Do a brief description of the goal and how it's going to be measured. Target market. What industries will you target? Or what persona will you be targeting with each of these initiatives? Identify also the competition in each of these target markets. This could be really different for each of those markets. Your market strategy. This is the service. How will this service solve the challenge that is described by each of the buyer personas? What makes your product different from the competition? Who is your competition? Let's talk price. How much are you selling this service for? Is it competitive? Is it realistic for your customer's budget? Will you run any seasonal, promotional discounts associated with any of these services? Promotion. How will you promote these services? Think more deeply than your blog or social media channels. What about this content will drive value into your services? Will you run a campaign? Who are the people? Who in the marketing department plays a role in your market strategy? Describe what each of them can do. Will they be able to bring you to marketing strategy success? What's the process? How will the service be sold to your customer? Will you be offering ongoing services? Will you have support services that align with those services? Physical evidence. Where is your service displayed? How would your customers find this product? And what's visible evidence of your business? Budget. Consider all the expenses for the strategy. What will you do and what might you need from an outside partner to do for you? Some examples you might need: website updates with a slide-in, blog writing, posting on topics, social ads, PPC ads, maybe a mailer with a QR code. Identify what each of these will cost you and what you need in support. And last, let's think about technology. The technology you have to do for marketing and your sales team to communicate and track is vital, and it's important to the success of your team. CRMs for your sales and a marketing automation platform that integrates is crucial to your success. Identify what you have to work with and what you may need to invest in. Let's look at an example of Senior Living 101. Senior Living 101's objective is to delight and attract residents in the greater Dayton area with the promise of an upscale, hospitable, independent living option for seniors that are 55 plus. About our company, Senior Living 101 is a Dayton-based senior living community. We offer full-service senior living and exist to offer unparalleled senior living options in the Dayton and neighboring areas. Our mission is to empower seniors to live an extraordinary life in a thriving community. Next, we'll tell about our marketing leaders. Alex Smith is the Director of Marketing. Alex manages the marketing team. He's worked in journalism for 20 years before transitioning to marketing. He holds a bachelor's degree from the University of Dayton. You will want to do a full SWOT analysis. You want to identify your strengths, your weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. You are already familiar with this, so we're not going to dive deep into it, but you can see how we would do a SWOT analysis. Let's dive into business initiatives. Senior Living 101 has the ambitious goal of acquiring 24 new customers and retaining 95% of its existing customer base this year. To help the business to do that, our marketing team will pursue the following initiatives. We're going to explode our online presence. We're going to become the educator of senior services. This is just an example of what that initiative could look like. This year, we're targeting the following industries where we'll sell our product and reach out to our customers: home health, geriatric physicians, and senior centers. Buyer personas. Within our target market, we've identified the following buyer personas to represent our ideal customers. Philip and Fiona, just 55 plus, a couple looking for a vibrant community to call home as they're just in their early retirement. Betsy Boomer, early 70s, looking for a place that has easy access to a gym, shopping, social events, and at places she can enjoy with friends. Competitive analysis. Within our target markets, we expect to compete with the following companies. List out those companies. Then we look at our products and services. Describe your services very specifically, and you'll want to detail price and promotion. Maybe in regard to promotion, we promote our services in the following ways. We use organic channels such as our website and our blog, paid campaigns on social media, and search engines for target business owners in the Dayton, Ohio area. We also are looking at webinars, our newest investment to speak to prospects, customers, and new contacts alike. You don't want to forget community events. Last is our people. Our marketing team may have 9 individuals sitting on 3 different teams. Process. We'll encourage the individual experience with the prospect. Our focus will be choosing a home suited for their needs and desires. We'll offer also ongoing services and highlight those services after the sale. Budget. Over the course of this year, our marketing team is expected to invest in the following items and ensure that we are meeting those objectives that we outlined in our marketing plan. Marketing channels. We will use platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and even webinars. Marketing technology. We will utilize the following technologies and software to help to achieve our goals and objectives. We're going to consider our CRM, our blogging software, webinar software, email software, and more. We're just going to identify those needs that are noted in the marketing plan, and we're going to review this on a quarterly basis or as needed. Thank you so much for joining me in this first module. I hope you gained valuable insight to move your business forward.